Mom, that was not a good time. I'm busy filming the final episode of the new Ulm Middle School Newscast. I'm your co-host, Jacob Martinka.
And I'm your other co-host, Braden Huff.
Are you lonely? Do you need emotional and mental support?
Yeah.
Then Rent-A-Shrek is for you. He can protect you from all those bullies that make you want to go crawl into a dark hole.
What? I don't know if I need...
Everyone needs a Shrek, and for only 3 small payments of $29.99, I would consider it a steal.
Only losers would make 3 small payments of $29.99 for an ugly green monster. Rent-A-Shrek, I don't have to hide in a corner anymore.
Get your very own Shrek with Rent-A-Shrek today.
Dude, what was that for? You need some student counseling.
What? Speaking of student counseling...
I am Tucker Griebel, part of the Ulm Middle School Student Council. I decided to be part of Student Council because it sounded like a fun thing to plan activities for students. It's nice to help fellow students with ideas they may have. Planning school dances, it can be fun and confusing at the same time because you get younger grades that have what they seem to think is like their cool idea, but then sometimes you may not think that's the best idea. And once you finally decide on your theme, it can be very fun to work with everybody else. Student council is a fun thing because you can like plan stuff and you get to work with other grades and sometimes you can learn stuff from them and they hopefully will learn stuff from you. Sometimes it can be confusing to work with other grade levels, but then it can be pretty cool. You get to help them and get to be a team.
Hi, I'm Alex Vigil and I'm in student council. I decided to be in student council because my brother told me a lot of great things about it and so did my friends who were in it, and it just sounded fun and something I could do with my time, and I thought it'd be cool to like have a say in what the school is doing. You have to make sure it's something all the grades would like. I know that was like a controversial issue last time, but yeah, it's really fun. You get to decorate, make the props. We plan many activities for the school. Some of them are the 8th grade celebration day. That is all planned by student council. A bunch of fundraisers, like the selling of like the candy hearts and stuff that raise money for like Brown County Humane Society. We also went to the nursing home and we went and gave flowers to them because like they might not have someone on Valentine's Day. So we went and gave them the flowers and talked to them and just help make their day better. It's really fun to be in student council. There's just a lot you get to do overall, and I was in student council in elementary in Washington. I actually really love working with the other grade levels because like it's just so cute to like work with the younger kids, honestly. And you get to like meet a lot of new people. Like I've met a lot of younger kids like in the younger grades that I wouldn't have talked to before. I really enjoy working with them and everyone's just really great.
Dude, I found your book.
What, yearbook? That kind of sounds like yearbook. But and speaking of yearbook,
what inspired me is that last year, the clip I saw in Yearbook was interesting, and that's why I really wanted to join. All you do is you go to where the meeting is held, and that's how you join. The exciting thing for me is meeting new people and making new friends. What we do in the Yearbook committee is hang up posters to let everyone know that Yearbook is due. I would join Yearbook again because it is very fun and I like it a lot.
What inspired me to be part of Yearbook because my mom gets the yearbook for me every year and it's just fun to look back at what we did over the year, and I wanted to share that with other people. Someone can join the Yearbook committee by going to the informational meeting, and then we just have to fill out a paper about ourselves and then keep coming to Yearbook. The most exciting part of Yearbook to me is just making it and having fun and meeting new people. We take pictures of the different clubs and filmed a commercial. We rode outside and talked. We made posters and hung around the school. Yes, because I had a lot of fun this year, and it would be fun to do it again and maybe meet other people.
Dude, I love me a big old bowl of salad.
Whoa, let's try to keep on track. Well, speaking of track...
My name is Kaylee Kofeski, and I do 800, 200, 400, sometimes high jump. My mom and two aunts, they were in track from 7th to 9th grade. I like running, so track is running. We do warm-ups and our build-ups, lots and lots of running. And if we don't listen to the track coach, we have to do ab workouts. My best memory, this was at practice down by the building with intercoms and stuff. There was like 10 ants eating a live worm, and it was kind of funny. First time I got put in hurdles, I ended up doing a hurdle relay at a meet in Jordan, and I ended up messing up my knee.
Alright, my name is Sarah Massey, and I do shot put and discus and track. Well, Olson kind of persuaded me to do it, and a lot of my friends were doing it, so I wanted to try it out. Well, first we start out, we run 2 laps around the track, and then we do warm-ups, and sometimes throwers do sprints, and we switch off boys and girls between shot put and discus. Probably meets and like hanging out with friends and cheering each other on. Just at our last meet in Jordan, we had a couple people gone, and I was only like scheduled for one event, which was discus, but I ended up being called for shot put last minute. But it all worked out.
Have you ever felt like a second grader?
Yes, all the time.
Eat some Tastios and you won't have to go on your tippy toes. Just eat a cup of these each day and you will gain height in a day.
Gosh, these are delicious. Thanks for this year, and now I don't have to stand on my tippy toes to get books out the top shelf. Try these Tastios and I guarantee you will love them.
Hi, I'm Melissa Nelson. I play JV girls golf. It was kind of a family sport, so I just played because they played. Well, my cousins played competitively. Then my dad and uncle, they just like to play for fun. You just get to, I don't know, being outside, I guess. Yes, a lot of girls are really good, a lot better than I am. Yes, because it's a good sport, it's fun. It definitely, you have to like focus and stay calm. It definitely teaches you to do that. And it's fun to be around the girls and meet new people and go different places. Just try to have fun, enjoy yourself, focus on what you're trying to do. Don't overthink what you're doing.
I'm Luke Stemmesmeyer, and I'm part of Ulm Middle School golf. I decided to join golf because I just like hanging around the course, and it's fun to play with your friends. Favorite part is probably, when you're in the meets, it's nice and competitive. Yeah, my dad played golf, and so did my mom. Go to Tim Hoffman for lessons. Yeah, because you can play it when you're old, and you can play it when you're young. Dustin Johnson, because he's a beast.
Ten is my favorite number.
10 is? That kind of sounds like tennis. Speaking of tennis...
My name is Nathaniel Jansen. I decided to join tennis because I've been playing the sport for a long time. My favorite part of playing tennis is smashing the ball at my opponent. In tennis, you score by hitting a ball your opponent can't return. Tennis terms, a let is when they're serving and they hit the net but the ball is over, they have to redo a serve. Another tennis term is slice. It's where you put a reverse spin on a ball. And another tennis term would be topspin, where you put a forward spin on the ball.
My name is Colin Marty. I decided to join tennis because all my friends were joining tennis. My favorite part of tennis is probably winning.
Who is your favorite tennis player to tell us about them?
Probably Leo, because he's pretty funny. And he makes really funny jokes.
Major keyword! Dude, I forgot my keys. Can I go run home quick?
Calm down. I got the keys. But speaking of running home...
Hi, I'm Jaden Miller, and I play baseball. I play baseball basically my whole life, and it's my favorite sport. So. My favorite position to play is catcher, probably because it's like the most challenging to me, and you're in every single play, every pitch of the game, basically. My best memory of playing baseball is probably my first home run I ever hit, and the worst is probably when I had to wear like a softball mask cage thing over my face because I broke my nose that year and it couldn't get hit in the face again. I probably want to get better at like blocking the ball when I'm catching and picking out pitches to hit a little more so I don't strike out as much.
Hi, my name is Dylan Karen and I play baseball. I picked baseball because I was interested in it and my mom wanted me to do it. I started playing baseball 5 years ago, including country ball. My favorite position to play is center field or anywhere in the outfield. My favorite player in the MLB is Joe Mauer, just because I just know he's the only one I know. I want to get better at locating the ball when it's hit.
I decided to play softball because my friends really influenced me to play, and I used to go to the field with my friend when we were younger and play catch.
I decided to play softball because my friends put me in t-ball and I stuck through it. And I'll probably play throughout high school.
My favorite memory is probably when we were at state for softball and we were in extra innings and there's a girl on third from the other team and a ball was hit to me in the outfield. I caught it and we won the game.
Memory of softball is when we went to nationals when I was in 12U and we stayed in a really sketchy hotel.
My favorite position is probably short and third because I like to throw, and when I play short I like to throw down.
My favorite position is shortstop because it gets a lot of action.
My dad inspired me to play softball because when he was in high school he was a catcher in Fairmont.
My dad inspired me to play softball because he got my older sister where she is now. She's on varsity.
My team needs to work on staying on task and not making inappropriate jokes.
My team needs to work on staying positive after we make a bad play.
I decided to play softball because I've played it my whole life and I really enjoy it. My favorite memory is probably last year when I broke my hand because I made a quick mistake. My favorite position is shortstop. The person that inspired me, well, my old daycare lady, her daughter is Christy Anderson, so I've always been inspired by her.
Touchscreen phones are cool, but way too complicated. Don't you just hate how autocorrect always messes up your sentences?
Yeah!
Well, this is for you. The Flip Phone X can help you with more accurate typing, and it isn't complicated, and it's basically indestructible.
Wow!
I got this mouse trap here. I'm gonna trap this mouse. Whoa! Whoa!
Got it.
Luckily we're shooting that.
Whoa. Speaking of shooting traps, enjoy doing trap shooting? Well, you shoot clays, and it involves the clay being thrown into the air by a machine, and then you lining it up precisely with with hand-eye coordination and hitting it. Well, I just felt like I should do something, some school activity, and I figured this would be interesting. No, I have not. I still have all my fingers, so yeah, about that. And then there's 25, and then there's 2 rounds of 25, and then you get your score out of that.
So basically, you say pull, the clay pigeon comes out of the thrower, and you shoot it. Pretty much just my dad. We just started shooting really early on in life, and we just joined the team. Trap shooting is pretty safe because you just have to have your firearm safety and all that. You need to know all the safety precautions you need to have in order to shoot a trap before you do actually shoot the trap, shoot stuff. So they throw the clay pigeon up, and you get 25 shots because there's 25 shells in a box. And out of that 25 shots, however many you hit, that's your score. So like for 10 out of 25, that'd be an okay score. 20 would be pretty good, stuff like that. But yeah, the better the score, the better.
Man, if only I had a fun, original way to transport.
You can try our new bike. It rides you.
Wow, that sounds awesome. I'd love to try it.
Hurry up, take it for a spin. It's getting cold out here. Let's go see some other happy customers.
It's a practical product and so fun and easy to use.
Without this bike, I'd probably be lost in the world.
This is such a stupid product. Why would anybody want to buy it?
We have a 100% customer approval, as you can see from our 4 happy customers.
You can get your bike for the low price of $67.42.
Bro, I just drew a school on this whiteboard.
Wait, speaking of school boards...
Well, hello, I am Mr. Jeff Bertrand. I am the superintendent of New Ulm Public Schools. Well, I became a superintendent kind of through the process of different positions. I started out as a teacher, then I became a high school principal, and then a superintendent high school principal, then a superintendent elementary principal, and took the job here in New Ulm 5 years ago as a superintendent. And the purpose was really to have an opportunity to lead and try to affect more things with kids in different programs than just the classroom I was in charge of at the time. Outside of working, I like to work in my shop because I used to be an industrial arts teacher, so I have a shop at home that I work at, and I also like to go bike riding.
My name is Christy DeWans. I work at Brown County Family Services, Brown County Human Services now. I'm an eligibility worker there, so I do food support, cash, and healthcare. I'm married to Clayton. We have 4 boys. 3 of them have graduated from New Ulm, and Aaron is our youngest, and he is a freshman at the high school. I decided to apply for the school board position when there was an opening in 2013. I think it's important to support our schools and be active in the community, and being on the school board does both of those things. The committees that I'm on as part of the school board are staff development, community ed and activities, and I'm also on the negotiations team in negotiating years, and I am the vice chair. Activities, I enjoy watching sports through the school and other sports. I like to quilt, do needlepoint, and if it ever gets nice out, I enjoy being out in the garden.
My name's John Shuro, and I'm a member of the school board. I am married to Tanya. Tanya graduated from New Ulm High School back in '94. And we have 2 kids that are in the school system. Actually, Cameron graduated last year and is a student at South Dakota State University, and Keegan's a freshman at the high school this year. My role on the school board is I am just a school board member, not just, but I'm a school board member. Don't have an actual seat or office on the school board this year. Why did I decide to get on the school board? You know, I've been involved in a number of different boards within the community over the years. Some of them like softball board, and I really enjoyed my time on that. So thought I wanted to give a little bit back and work with the wonderful school that our kids had gone through, and so give back a little bit. So I decided to run for the school board. Over the last number of years, most of our hobbies have really been surrounding our kids' activities in the summers and during the fall and winter sports. Had kids involved in softball, Cameron was, Keegan's been involved in hockey, so there's been a lot of weekends with that. So those have been a lot of our hobbies, but otherwise I really enjoy outdoors. You know, enjoy stuff like fishing, bow hunting. We do a lot of lake activities, so time in the water with the boat and the pontoon. So we just as a family like to be outside and outdoors and up north a lot.
Hi, my name is Denny Wallach. I live in New Ulm here with my wife Jen and my 3 kids, Leo, who's in 7th grade here at the middle school, Henry, who's in 5th grade here, and then my daughter Lily over at Jefferson, who's in 2nd grade. I am the owner of the Denny Wallach Insurance Agency. I come from a family that's spent a lot of time in public service, whether it be on city council or county commission from where I grew up. And it's something I always wanted to be able to do when I moved to New Ulm. So I have been on the school board since 2014. I am on the facilities committee, policy committee, and then also part of the negotiations team as well. And then just serve as the director of the school board. Most of my free time is spent going to my kids' events, whether it be Cub Scouts or Girl Scouts or hockey or soccer. If I do have free time, I enjoy golfing and camping with my family.
Hi, I'm Melissa Sunderman, and I work as a medical lab tech, and I work at the Mankato Clinic in Mankato. I decided to be part of the school board because I have always enjoyed volunteering in the school system. When my kids were younger, I would volunteer in the classrooms and help the teacher with different activities, part of the PTA association and things like that, and I truly enjoyed that. And so I wanted to kind of build on that and try to make a difference, and I wanted all of the students in our community to know that they are important and that they're valued, and I wanted to help make a difference to make our school system the best that it can be for all of our students in our community. I love to go camping with my family, and not just myself, my husband, and our children, but I also we go with my sister and brother, my nieces and my nephews. I take my dog for lots of walks. That's probably one of the big things that I do a lot of. And something that's interesting is I absolutely love the snow. And I know it's April, and I know it's snowing, and it's snowing again today, but I do. I absolutely love the snow, and I'm glad that I live in Minnesota because of that.
My name is Steve Gog. Manage the heating, cooling, and plumbing division of Gog Sheet Metal here in New Ulm. It's a family business since 1904. My great-grandfather started it. It's had some changes, and so I run the heating and cooling side. I had a friend on the board at a time when the school was going through some changes, including some financial cuts, and he kind of talked me into come into the board. I think because of my experience with business and numbers, and I was hesitant. I kind of said no the first few times, and then eventually I decided to run, and I was elected. I've been elected twice. This is my second term. I'll be up for election again in November, and I do plan to run a third time. My current role is clerk, which means I sign a lot of employment contracts, other forms, like for sports agreements with other schools and things like that. I verify that all the minutes are correct for the different meetings that we have, and I just verify them and sign them. I also get to sign off on everybody's diploma. Really enjoy sporting events. I've got kids in hockey and volleyball and softball and soccer. And so I really enjoy watching sports. I like to collect old cars. I enjoy remodeling, traveling. I really enjoy vacationing to new places, learning new things about new cultures.
Matt Ringhofer, and I am a middle school counselor at Dakota Meadows Middle School in Mankato, Minnesota. And I work mostly with 8th graders, and then I have about half of our 7th graders this year. As far as the school board goes, in any community, people have opportunities to become part of the community for a lot of different reasons, or to volunteer for a lot of different possible groups. And initially when I went into becoming part of the school board, I kind of thought it was voluntary. Turns out it is a paid position. And I went into it not because it's a paid position, but because I thought I could do something to help schools and to be a part of the healthy growth and just academic progress of kids, because I'm part of a school district where my kids go to school, which is New Ulm. I do a lot of woodworking. I do some tiling work on the side when I'm not doing counseling or I'm in with doing school board stuff. My family and I like to go north. We have a cabin up in northern Minnesota that we go to and hang out at. That occupies a lot of our time. And in the summer we do a lot of traveling. So we'll travel around to the United States, different places, and enjoy what's all around us. And we're really lucky as a family because all of us have the summers off, so to speak. My wife is a teacher as well, and we're allowed to take our kids and do something with them over the summer. So that's some of the stuff that we like to do. I also love to cook and some of that stuff as well. I like to make a lot of different things, like homemade pastas. My family gives me a hard time because I like food that's like very, very spicy, and they don't. So I think it's delicious when it's hot, but my family has other thoughts about that. So, and then I make strawberry red pie. We make homemade salsas, a lot of stuff like that. So it's some baking, but a lot of just kind of straight up traditional cooking.
In a situation where you have no water?
Yeah.
Well, never fear. Instant Water is here. Just add water and watch the magic happen. Yum!
Yum, that's good.
As you can see, Instant Water works amazingly. Order it now, $59.99.
Bro, we're matching.
Well, yeah, that's because we're graduating 8th grade.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, since we're graduating 8th grade, we decided to go around and ask a few people from every house what advice they would give to next year's students of that house. Let's go see.
What I would give to next year's Huskies is to be respectful to all teachers.
What I would give to the next year's Huskies is to not give out your locker combination.
What I would give to the next year Dragons is to always be nice to everybody and don't get yourself in trouble because they do not take that kind of stuff.
What I'd give to next year's Dragons is to always come to class prepared, be really nice to the teachers, and clean up all the trash that's on the ground.
Advice I'll give to the next year's Gophers is to get your homework in on time, because if you don't, it'll get a lot more work for you in the end.
To next year's Gophers is to listen to the teachers the first time.
The advice I'd give to next year's Mustang is to get the teachers' good sides because they're really fun and nice, but if you get them mad, then they're not. What I'd give to the next year's Mustangs is to do all your homework or you'll be really behind. Advice that I'd give to the next year Cougars are to be on class on time and get your work done, because if you don't have your work done, you're in trouble.
To next year's Cougars is to be nice to your teachers, get your homework done, and don't stress yourself out.
For next year's Mavericks is to make sure when you're gone to collect your homework.
My advice for next year's Mavericks is don't get on the teachers' bad sides or make them mad.
So sad. We're about to leave this building. Had a lot of great memories here. So you want to tear up?
Well, it's okay, buddy. I got you.
Thank you.
But that's a wrap for our Ulm Middle School newscast.
And thanks for watching.